I offer.
As a man, why are you wasting your time on a married woman? It's useless. Obviously, you're a low-value dude if you're wasting your time on a married woman, because if you had value, you would have options. You wouldn't even be looking at that married woman. So increase your value.
Bro, and I'm going to just say, I need to check myself and ask myself why they feel comfortable enough to ask me for money right now.
That's me. Like, period.
Like, yo, 90 days
Why do
is
you
a long
feel
time.
comfortable enough asking me for any?
Yeah.
I don't care how much time I'm spending. Like, what did I
That's the
reveal
point,
to
yeah.
you that you thought you could say, yo, Rico?
Maybe you talked
can
a
I
little bit
borrow
too much and you
$1,000?
flashed them chains a little
It's
bit.
the chains. It's
too
the
much.
chains.
I knew a G wasn't nothing to you.
Right.
Like,
Don't be walking around me with all of this. With all of this.
my
on.
chains off.
Whoa.
I need a few dollars.
Whoa.
It's the shiny pants too.
Right.
I'm different than Buddy. You know what I'm saying? Buddy a little different than me.
Anybody you could have dinner with, dead or alive.
Dead or alive?
Mhm.
That's simple. Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
Who said he's dead?
Actually,
He was.
right? No, you're right because Easter was this Sunday. So welcome back, Jesus.
Another person.
He is risen.
Pick another person.
He is risen. He ain't dead.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rico Hundo, and you already know the vibes. We are back with a dope episode here at 8 at the Table. And we got a really gem-dropping topic today. But before we jump into that, I want to introduce our guest before my co-host. So let's go ahead and introduce my good brother over here who's from a neighboring town of my own self.
Hey. Yeah, my name is Cooley. I am the host of No Fugazi Podcast, the host and owner of No Fugazi Podcast. I also am a TikTok creator, content creator, and I also am a professional medical agent. So I staff nurses in all across the United States.
Oh, that's
Oh,
dope.
cool.
Okay, so tell us about your podcast. I know it's called No Fugazi.
Yeah.
so no fake, you know what I'm saying, nonsense, probably.
Yep. So No Fugazi Podcast, you can check it out on YouTube and all the major platforms. But normally it's me as the host and like 7 or 8 different girls. And, I go on there and, nothing is really written down. We have fun. We talk dating and relationships, similar to what you guys do here. So, yeah.
Dope. Thank you for pulling up to us, Cooley.
Appreciate it, man.
Seemed pretty cool to me. So let's go ahead and jump into our co-host for today. We got Aaron to my left.
Aaron the Renegade. What's up, y'all? Shout out Houston, Texas, all day, every day.
Okay, that was a good one. I'm also to the left. Hey guys, it's your girl Amanda. Welcome back.
So to the left. If you want to leave, be my guest. You can step. All right, so let's jump right into the topic. So the topic today is the secret to getting the person that you want. We're gonna go ahead and I firmly believe that if anybody does know, I want to start off with Aaron, the renegade, who the first time she ever said anything to me about getting the person that she wanted, she said there were stipulations before she moved across the country. So if you had to give a secret to the people, what would that be?
I think for someone, I always go back to this, and we've talked about this a million times. There's a difference between someone you want and like someone that you want who's actually good for you. I think we are probably more attracted to the people who don't want us. So it may be hard to actually figure out or even make that determination. Like, yeah, I want this person, and are they actually good for me, or will it even work? So actually, I don't even know if there's a secret. I think that's something you probably just have to kind of bump your head a few times and take those life lessons, and that's going to lead you to the right person.
Damn.
Unfortunately, there's no secret. There's no. Feel free to disagree, but I just don't think that there's a formula.
There might
there's
not be
definitely-
no
definitely a
one.
formula.
There might not be no one secret, but I think that the point we're trying to get to isn't even not even talking about who's right for us, because you know there's but so much time you can put in before you even realize if the person you want is good for you or not. But it's like if you know you want that one person, how you gonna get them?
Go ahead, Cooley. You've been getting them.
I mean, it's a good question. I could answer it in a lot of different ways. So I think that men and women are different. So since men and women are different, I think that it's differences of getting a man getting a woman and a woman getting a man. I truly think that for a woman to get a man is very easy. I think women play the dating game on easy mode when it comes to attracting a man, because that's what we're talking about, right? Attracting a man,
We'll get it.
getting like
So that's the
marriage,
Yeah, you gotta
commitment,
get
something
all the way
serious.
in there.
Okay,
Like,
so
Like
so
getting
then
the
we're
person
talking about
you want means it's more than just attracting them. That means that
sustain and obtain, or
yeah,
obtain
there
and
you go.
sustain.
So it's
Yeah.
like attracting is one piece. How do you keep them?
okay. So you're talking about obtaining and retaining them.
Yeah.
Okay, so both fold. I would so then I mean I have a long answer, but I'll say it. So I'll speak about the men first. So for a man, I truly believe a man has to put his best foot forward first and work on himself first. So a man has to get in the gym, make more money, become more competent, just fully self improve himself first, and then that way he'll have a better probability of attracting the person that he wants. For a woman, in order for her to get the person she wants, be beautiful, be feminine, understand the opposite gender, understand what they want in you. I believe that we live in a society nowadays where most people don't know what the other person wants in them. So yeah, you may know what you want, but how do you what you may know what you want, but do you really know what that person wants in you? Because that's how you retain the relationship. So yeah.
I say, like, a lot of people want certain things, right? Now, the real understanding is knowing whatever you want, do they want to be with you, or do they want to experience you, and vice versa? Because a lot of people say they want this person, they experience this person, and then try to jump ship because they realize that it's not what they actually want. So I would first say, in my opinion, which is a theory, because it has been backed by some facts. Um, you like that, Marie?
she said, "Depends on what you're gonna say
I would
next."
say,
She's waiting for the rest of it.
I would say, understand why you want what you want. A lot of times we want somebody because we're told that's what we should have. You know what I'm saying? You want that man with money because you're told you want a man with money, but nobody told you how a man with money acts, and nobody told you the requirements of a man with money. You want that girl who's a bad chick. Nobody told you what she comes with, but you want it because it looks good. You want it because the outside influences have convinced you that that's what you should have. So you need to know what you really want for yourself. Like, if I said, yo, Rico, what do you want in a woman? I want an understanding woman. I want a receptive woman. These are just some of the things that I want. Well, I have to understand that some women may not possess that, and some women may. But now, some women that possess that might be okay. Well, if you want a woman that's very receptive, very, understanding, then you might have to provide 100% of the bill. So if I'm saying, yo, I want a girl to go 50-50, that's not also within the woman that I want. So we have to really understand what we want, why we want it, and then what it comes with. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
just my theory. It's not even opinion no more.
It's reasonable.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I take that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it's
It's
facts.
very reasonable. Actually, wait, Alan, is that it? Because it really could be like you want to experience
I was
what
about
it's
to
like
say,
to have a beautiful woman on you or on your arm and around
because
you.
you probably ain't never had that before.
Right.
It's not just about having sex.
Nah.
It's both.
Is that from a man's perspective?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
because when
I'm
Rico
talking from
said
a
it
man's
from a
perspective.
woman's perspective,
No,
that's
She wants to experience a powerful dude. She's never experienced one before.
She wants to experience a popular dude.
Right.
She wants to experience a dude who has a good reputation.
Nah, I totally get that,
You know what I'm
but she's not saying like I want to see what that dick is like.
No, from a woman's
That's
perspective.
but I'm yeah, man's perspective. So I mean, Amanda, let me ask you this question, right? Do you feel like in your life you've had somebody that you actually wanted? Not somebody, I mean, how do I phrase this?
How do
You,
you get the person you want, Amanda?
yeah, like your soulmate, not a person that you just wanted to seek and get. I'm talking about somebody that you're like, this is my forever partner.
Somebody that checks all my boxes.
Yeah, that's a good.
I mean,
Majority.
I ain't come across that yet. Um, but there is somebody that I desired that had a lot of potential. And how did I get that person? Let me see. What were the steps? It is Facebook. How did you know?
Because you knew him already.
Wait, you told us I
You be
think.
double
Yeah.
backing.
And I
Like
have
2 weeks
to.
ago.
I had to with this one, man. It's this.
You have to put in work.
I didn't put in a lot of work, to be honest. It was I've had a crush on this guy. Like I've always been attracted to him for I mean I met him back when I was like maybe in middle school. Maybe even like starting of high school, somewhere like along those years. But shut up because I knew there was gonna be a comment over there. I knew it was.
She's like,
I thought it was gonna be Rico, but you shaded me. But then there was actually a time that I saw him at an event and we were older and I was just like, wow, like I had a conversation with him. I was like, oh, he's doing good things. Like I wanted to experience him. I was actually in a relationship though, so I had to wait. But I kind of
Are you
Doesn't even
planning
make
on the
sense.
demise of your relationship?
pretty much.
no, I
You
didn't.
should've just
I
cheated.
waited. I waited until it was done. It was actually soon
Did you
done.
help it be done?
No.
She put
No.
it into motion.
Yeah.
Manifestation.
Manifestation, actually, because he fucked up on his own. We were done because of him. He did that on his own. Okay. But it was actually very easy because we already knew each other, like we had a mutual attraction. So seeing him that one time kind of just like gave it a little kick. Like we exchanged numbers and I actually never texted him until I was single because I was like, I don't want to talk to him and I have a boyfriend and he's just gonna think I'm not shit because if we get too deep in the conversation and it comes up and I have to say like, yeah, I have a boyfriend, he's gonna be like, why the fuck are you texting me? And I was just like, this might be the one. So I'm gonna wait. And I'm
Wow,
a
you really cared about his opinion.
no, yeah.
Mhm.
I really did.
So, well, okay. So, did he text you or did you text him?
No, I texted him.
So, I love this. Goes back to what Rico was saying an episode ago or two about women being the hunters. So you were the initiator in the conversation for the one that you wanted.
Correct.
So you were the pursuer.
I was the pursuer. And actually, I'm always the pursuer in relationships that I actually end up in because usually when a guy is pursuing me, I don't have the same mutual interest. So
Girl, just
when
pick
I
one
actually
case.
do,
I told you these are theories based on facts.
Exceptions.
no, but I've
Exhibit A.
said this before, like don't happen unless it's on my terms.
Okay, gangster.
That's for
Hunter.
me.
That's most women though.
For me, like
Women I think that have.
I mean, I don't feel like I have a lot of options. I'm just never usually that interested in guys that are pursuing me.
Probably
Well, when-
because you have a lot of options, though.
I don't
Like if you
think
peel back the root cause.
Mhm.
But what if I just don't find them attractive? What if I don't think that there's anything about them that
Still
I think-
options, though.
Hmm.
Like for instance, right? Like if we,
like,
for
It has
instance,
to
if
be
we,
Get him,
actionable.
Cooley.
well, for instance, if you if you look at a man's DMs versus a woman's DMs, a average woman DMs is flooded. Yeah, she could be a 5. She's flooded. Whatever she is, it's fine, but it's flooded. A man DMs someone like
I'll say mine.
my man's over here, Pretty Ricky,
Too.
or just an attractive man, right? Even someone, a celebrity. His DMs even, is not even as flooded as an average woman, and those are facts. So yeah, there was statistics done on Tinder actually, and it showed that 80, actually a little bit higher, I believe 90% of women found on Tinder that 90% of women found 90% of men unattractive, but vice versa, men found like 80% of women attractive. Make sense? So naturally, women just have options. Women run the dating market when it comes to attracting a man. That's what I truly believe.
Oh
Wow, Ellen just
Oh.
now wanted to do this. Oh my God.
I randomly thought about that the other day, and I was like, I
Go ahead.
wonder if he
Hit him with the
remembers. 'Cause
three
I don't
questions.
remember.
Hit him with the 3 questions.
The 3 questions.
I got it.
But one of them.
Aaron got
Yeah.
it. Got it, Aaron?
Well,
Wait, Aaron. Hold on.
You know him?
so we have this new
You
segment
have a lot of
where
manners. When's your birthday?
May 14th.
A Taurus.
oh, your birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
That means it's your cousin.
So cousins are born around the
That's
same
what
time.
Mariah said earlier.
Cousin.
Well, yeah, y'all was cousins because y'all
Look at-
Trini.
Yo,
look at
Trini,
manners,
but
it's very
That makes
perfect,
more
right?
sense. Not because they have similar birthdays.
That was-
Okay, so we have this new segment where we like to ask our guests 3 questions.
Put me in the hot seat already. Okay, let's get it.
It's not even that hot. I'll tell you
Three
that.
some or two some.
That is not the question.
That's not one of them. I was
Um,
like, did we change it?
So, all right. So if you could pick like one drink that you would drink for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Alkaline water.
What brand?
Preferably. I forgot. It starts with a W. It's like from Hawaii.
Oh,
It's like that
volcano one.
volcano one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
know.
forgot the name of it.
Waikiki.
Something like that.
Is
Yeah,
it?
I'm just
Waikiki.
kidding.
It's something with a
I was
W.
like,
I know it's yeah. No.
No, he said
Not
it's
Fiji.
W.
So the one that he's talking about, if I'm not mistaken, they actually get their water. So there was like a volcano and it created like a spring. So the water falls down and it actually naturally breaks up the harmful waste and whatnot in water, and they bottle it there. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah.
okay. Nice.
Interesting story, but does it go through any other steps?
No,
Purify?
it's called natural
Yes,
bottled
it's
water.
Well, but they
pretty
still
natural.
gotta like get
There's
like
a lot of
they
alkaline
gotta
water
what is
that
it
has-
called where you like sift out the
like
bullshit?
purify.
Yeah,
You mean?
No, not purify, just sift. Because if it's going through like these stages of like being
of life.
cleansed or whatever through the volcano, you're gonna have like ash or whatever. So
Well,
I'm
it's
sure.
not through the volcano.
First of all, I don't
Yes, it's
know
through a
how
spring.
Yeah, it's through a spring. It's really
Either.
there was a well, there's a difference. So there's
Water.
the
Thank you, Amanda. I'm pretty sure these waters, and I'm sure they taste lovely. But I'm
Oh, she
pretty
trying to
sure-
say they just all purified.
not only that, I'm
Right.
pretty sure the pH balance of those waters are not.
They're
like-
7.5s. They're not 9.5s. They're in the 7s. But the natural.
What is it called?
Does it
Deer
come in a
Park?
glass bottle?
Yeah, I was about to
Huh?
say.
Does it come in a glass bottle?
I get mine in a glass bottle.
Well,
No, I'm asking.
it
Ricky.
comes in
Not
a
Rico's.
carton.
Rico's, Rico's come in a plastic.
Rico's not coming in plastic. Rico barely
does.
even
Rico
drinks
comes
Oh,
in
Rico, you have
plastic.
water?
No, Rico's water.
Oh,
Rico,
Rico,
you water?
Rico, you have water?
I don't drink a
No,
lot of water.
his alkaline water.
Oh, I thought Rico had his own water.
He said he gets it in the bottle.
Yeah, I ordered in a bottle from on Amazon, actually.
Oh, glass bottles, right?
Yeah, glass bottles.
That
So
definitely
it it retains the higher pH. Yep.
Yeah, I know exactly which water you're talking about.
You're a healthy
Health
man.
connoisseur.
Wait a minute, you just said you barely drink water. How
I
you
was
gonna
about
be a
to
health
say.
connoisseur?
Because a lot of the waters that y'all drink, y'all think is good, and it ain't. And I'd rather not
So
even have it.
Ooh,
How?
it
But
could be
okay,
hydration.
us drinking
No,
water
I
that you don't
I would drink
define as
coconut
good,
water.
but you
No,
don't drink
just
water.
put
Coconut
a little
water is
baking
good.
drink
soda and
harmless
put a little
coconut
harvest,
water.
salt in it.
harmless
There we go.
harvest coconut water, organic coconuts. It actually has the location where it is from. And actually, here's a fun fact for you guys: coconut water turns pink once it is bottled. So if your coconut water is white, it has been modified, or
I don't drink coconut water.
well,
Look,
coconut water is more
Little baking
hydrating than regular
soda
water.
And a pinch of Himalayan salt in your water. You know, baking soda is a base; it will neutralize some of that acid, and Himalayan salt will add hydration. There you go.
And that's what 15 years does, guys.
Mhm. You go, girl.
Next question. Who's asking the second?
Go
I
ahead.
don't remember.
Oh, I didn't know I was doing them all. Sorry. So, and the third question is, you're about
even
to. I
do
mean,
the
sorry,
second
second.
question.
The second
Sorry,
question about
second.
if
Sorry. You're about to die.
Yeah.
Damn.
24 hours.
Yep.
Who are you having sex with? It could be anybody.
Well, if I'm about to die in 24 hours, I wouldn't be thinking about sex, honestly. I
Wow,
have
one
a,
more chance for that.
I have a
time out,
kid,
bro.
so you know what I mean. I would be spending time with my
One
kid.
nut to bust, bro.
Yeah, nah.
You know,
That's the
like,
last
yo, let me
thing.
get this J-Lo real
See?
quick.
Yeah, nah, I ain't it. I mean, sex isn't a problem for me. So if I'm about to die, it's just like I already had fun, so I'll be
Yeah,
all
you
right.
could pick anybody. There's 7-8 billion people.
Just to answer the question, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. they
Oh,
just
okay. Well,
lined up.
if I had to have sex with anyone, it'd be my girlfriend. So yeah.
Aw,
So you're in a
yeah, I
relationship?
love
Yeah, I'm in a
that.
relationship.
Yay.
Yeah.
Wait, I think that's a great
Of course you do.
answer.
Love it.
Why would you?
Stop.
Why would it be a rando? You don't know what's gonna happen with the
Yeah,
rando.
yeah.
Was there any?
Are you serious? You know how many girls
I
I
love
thought
it.
about having
Thank
sex
you.
with?
Did we say
I
the
said it.
question right? Did we say?
What's
Did
the
we
question?
say
That
that
was somebody I
nothing
already
was-
know.
Everything
It
is
doesn't
off
have to be a
limits?
celebrity, and I love his answer. I'm here
No,
for
no, I
it.
love,
Ugh.
love your.
Thank you,
I
appreciate
don't.
it. He said,
I do.
not.
Rico, want me in the streets?
I respect
feel
your
you.
answer. I don't love it.
We gotta
Yeah.
say it differently next time.
It's like saying,
Right.
yo,
If you- no,
I
no,
gave
if-
you $1 million and you can only use it for today, what would you do? And you just told me I'd take my girl on a date. And that just pissed me off. It's like, bro, go buy a jet or something. Well, you can't buy a jet with $1 million, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel you,
Go
man.
experience something that you never experienced. That's
I don't know, but if it's your last time having sex, why would you waste it on something you don't know that's gonna deliver?
Why'd I waste on something
Like-
I've been hitting? Like, yo,
Because you know it's gonna
I've
deliver.
been hitting
Maybe
this.
it
This shit
delivers.
ain't new. I could probably hit this shit again. But before my 24 hours was up, I was like,
It's
oh.
gonna deliver though.
We didn't say this is your only nut for 24 hours, by the way.
Oh
we
yeah.
just said that you had to pick one person.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, nah, I mean, my answer
what-
wouldn't even. Like I said before, I wouldn't even be thinking about sex. But if I had to choose, yeah, be the girl that I'm with now. So,
okay. What if
Shout
you
out Miss
weren't with her?
Cooley.
Yes.
oh, if I wasn't with her, I mean, I don't have any celebrity crushes or anything. I'm not one of those type of dudes that crush on females. So, I
I'm like shots fired at Rico.
mean, so yeah, when it comes to that,
Lopez.
Now that I'm thinking about it, if you only have 24 hours, how easily can you get to Jennifer Lopez?
Well, we're just saying.
We're
It's
not
gonna be
worried
hard.
about
We're not
logistics.
doing that, yeah.
Be hard.
She's next door. Like,
She's like, I know you're about to die.
go enjoy your day. I'll be there around 3 p.m. And I'd be like,
Right. It's Make a Wish Foundation.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But again, like I'm still gonna go back to agreeing with him because whether he said it's his girlfriend or not, I'm gonna go where I know it's gonna work.
someone you know familiar.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Like why would
Yeah.
you waste it on some bullshit that may not be good?
Yeah.
No risk, no reward.
Well, we all dying. We all dying.
Was it cereal? Oh yeah, okay. So and the very last question is if
Yeah.
there was anybody you could have dinner with, dead or alive.
Dead or alive?
Mm-hmm.
Simple, Jesus.
All right.
Who said he's dead?
Actually,
He was.
right? No, you're right because Easter was this Sunday. So
Look,
welcome back, Jesus.
Another person.
He is risen.
Pick another person.
He is risen. He ain't dead.
Besides Jesus, I would say Adam. So the first man that ever existed.
How? What would you ask? I'm interested.
I
now.
mean,
Yo.
shut up.
it's a lot of
Rico.
questions I would ask Adam, but
What would you? I really want to know. I'm
Who would you
interested.
ask Adam. I like that question.
I
That's a
mean,
good question. Yeah.
Who would you
so-
ask Eve or Adam.
yeah, the questions I would ask Adam is, how does he do it? Just being with one woman on this earth forever. Like, what are you doing?
I didn't.
Like, I always say this, right? So, like, on my podcast, I have debates with girls and stuff like that, and girls talk about promiscuous men, and they're like, all guys, they just cheat, this, and I'm like, yeah, guys are only as faithful as their options. So then we get into these little back and forths, and the girls really can't understand that men with power have never been truly faithful. David in the Bible wasn't faithful. Martin Luther King wasn't faithful. Every man of power had either harems of women or they was promiscuous in some sense.
But didn't
So-
David have multiple wives?
Who?
Didn't David have multiple wives?
Yeah, but, no, actually David cheated on his first wife.
At some point, he didn't have multiple wives.
Then he had multiple wives, I believe.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
They were never. He was.
yeah.
They
He
were never
yeah. So like, men of power was never
Monogamous?
monogamous. So one of the things I always say on my podcast, like the last powerful man that ever existed on the planet that was monogamous was Adam,
And
because
look
all
what
he
happened
had
to
was
him.
Eve.
And look what happened.
Yeah. So
That's actually an interesting
So
point.
don't ask him how did he do it. Ask him who else would he? Who else did he want?
There was nobody
there
else.
wasn't no one there.
But he wanted Eve.
I mean, I'm sure
What
he's
did
seen
he
a couple
bet?
angels. Maybe that he. Who knows?
Okay, I'm dating this girl for the last 3 months, and she asked me to borrow $1,000. Should I lend it to her? I'm not her boyfriend or her sponsor.
I'll let you answer first.
I would say so I do coach men as well. I coach men and women. I really don't talk about them like the modern day hitch. Everything is secretly. But what I would say to this
Anymore.
young fella, well, I mean, it's nothing that's promoted really too much. But what I would say to this young fella, I would say as long as the woman is adding value to your life, help her out, because that's the gentleman thing to do. But if she's not adding value in your life besides sexually, it's useless. Don't do it.
I would tell him leave her because the fact that she needs to borrow $1,000.
That too.
So
Low points.
no, it's cool. You can have a low point, but not after 90 days of knowing you.
No, I mean, like, is $1,000 a hardship for you? If it hold on, Mr. Rico.
I thought that was the answer.
Like, if $1,000 isn't necessarily a hardship for you, like it's not even a sweat or whatever, and this isn't her life. This is just a low point. You still wouldn't lend it to her? This has been 3 months.
Well, here's my problem with that. If a dude was in that position and he needed to borrow $1,000 from a woman that he only knew for 3 months, it'd be leave him. I'm not saying that they wouldn't, right? But I'm saying we're also projecting, but let's say
Don't let it be tax season.
a majority standpoint.
That's when niggas be on their best behavior.
Right? He gonna get it.
But 90 days, if you need, especially if $1,000 isn't a hardship to you, that means that you're probably in a better position than she is. 90 days isn't, in my opinion, with my theory, is not enough time that has transpired to risk where you're at for somebody who's at a low point. When you're dating, and we have women that say this all the time, date what did this girl say? Date what's in your bracket? Date within your bracket,
Oh yeah.
right? As a man, a lot of times we don't date in our bracket, and usually when those relationships end, those men become the bitter men that y'all talk about. Those men become the spiteful or
Why?
because they've invested so many times and
Okay.
came up with nothing. So if date within your bracket, if she needs to borrow $1,000, you simply tell her, I don't feel comfortable doing that for you because you're not my girlfriend. If majority of the world makes less than $50,000 a year, I'm highly, highly doubt that there's only 10%, 15% of people above six figures.
No,
So
but
there's
like,
most people are dating within their bracket. Like, based on numbers, it's impossible for most people to date outside their bracket. There's not
no,
enough
but if
people.
we're talking about a bracket where it's like it's not a hardship, right? A man, let's say he's part of the 7%. He makes over $500,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
And he's 42. Typically, he doesn't want to date another 42-year-old professional who's also within that 7%, a woman per se. He's going to want to date maybe a younger person who is figuring it out. She's not there yet. Like, what we see is that men typically don't want to date women who are in their bracket because it comes with too much demand.
Well, you
I'm just gonna say this.
go ahead.
We're talking about 7%, Marie.
No, I'm talking about the 7% that makes over $500,000 overall.
Yeah, but you're also talking about him dating 7% too within,
Yeah, dating
right?
within his bracket.
So we're also talking about only 7% of people who can even do that and have that option. So the reality is 7% versus 93%. Those are anomalies. And yeah, they have that option. They can do whatever they like. Now, unless our guy over here is in that 7%, then we need to have a different conversation. Because I would still tell him date within your bracket, but with different reasoning. But what I'm also saying is more likely than not, he's probably a part of the 90 or 85% people. And with that being said, you should not be lending out $1,000 to somebody that you've only known for 90 days, especially if you're in America with inflation up right now. You're like, you're bugging, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I would also say, to the young fella, you always want to be view things from a standpoint to mitigate risk. So, like I said, if she's adding like true value, I'm not sure how much value she can add in just, 3 months, but if she's adding value, she's down for you. You see that she's not just viewing you as income. Then if you have the income and you truly like this girl, I would say cool. But if not, of course, what Rico is saying, you always want to mitigate risk and truly how I would operate, that's a red flag if she's asking already, because obviously her life isn't together. Obviously she's coming. Maybe she only likes you because she's vulnerable right now. You know what I mean? All of us happen to, seek others during our vulnerable states. So it could be something like that. So you have to assess the situation and see what's best.
Marie, can you do me a favor? Miri, can you tell me the average price of the wedding ring in the U.S.?
Oh, I think it's like 4,200, but I will let you know.
So you mean to tell me?
I will let you know for sure.
So you mean to tell me if somebody asked me to borrow $1,000 in 90 days, and me knowing that the average price of a wedding ring is $5,000, do you feel like in numerics, 20%, you're going to invest 20% of the average wedding ring into a person? Do you see this person as your wife? If not, no.
Yeah.
Very simple. $1,000 for 90 days doesn't have to be a hardship. You could have 10,000 in your account right now. It's not gonna really move anything. But at the end of the day, if the average price of a wedding ring being purchased in America today is $5,000, before you lend $1,000 or $2,000, you need to ask yourself, do I see this person as a wife or as a for real significant other right now? Because you're asking for 20% of what the average cost of a wedding ring that is purchased here in America is today.
Let me address this. I
That's
think
kind of crazy if you think about it, right?
Yeah, that's facts.
It
Though.
makes sense, no?
Yeah.
I mean, I personally wouldn't go so deep.
I was just about to say
so as to look
You
at
You gotta
so
go
as to
deep
like
sometimes.
compare it to the price
Of
of
a wedding
wedding
ring.
ring
I agree.
because there's so much more that goes into like just the cost of a wedding ring. There's so many other factors. I've never picked out a wedding ring, but this is what I've heard from like my husband and other guys I know who have gotten married or proposed to their wives or whatever. But
They didn't get no $5,000
I don't know what they got. I don't. But
wedding ring. Have you seen your wife? But she
this is I actually like the point that you made about red flags
Yeah.
because my question would be like, where's your support system?
Where's your mama?
You've only known me for
Yeah.
3 months. Like, why are you asking me? Like, do you not have close friends? Where's your family, your siblings? Like, to have zero support system
Daddy
such that
issues,
you're
maybe?
asking a
stranger.
3-month stranger, that you probably don't know that much about. Like, that's like the biggest red flag. Like, you have nobody. And like, really, do you as a man want to deal with somebody who has nobody?
Yeah.
It's a big responsibility, a huge responsibility. That's just like, I don't think if I was a man that I would want to date a woman who didn't have a dad, didn't have brothers, didn't have uncles, didn't have nobody else like in their family to like balance out their life with a man's perspective. That's weird as fuck, for me, in my opinion.
It's not
So
weird because it
is weird.
it's some people's
No, I
reality.
I get that, but their reality is weird to me. That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's
I
unfortunate.
it's unfortunate for them, but it's weird for me and for my life. I would see it as a red flag
There's no
because
family dynamic.
just because like
Yeah.
the family dynamic is
There's no male figure
it's
in their life.
It's imbalanced. an imbalance is gonna always like rear its head somewhere. It's gonna like show like the symptoms are gonna like
They gotta come out.
they're gonna come
Yeah.
out at some point. So again, I just want to go back to the fact that it would raise a lot of red flags for me to just wonder why this person doesn't really have anybody in their life to, like depend on.
And what is this $1,000 for? Yo, like it gotta be rent. Like it gotta be rent. And you know what the crazy thing is to me? And this is going a little bit more to the left. But as a guy, if I've only known you for 90 days, 30 days, 60 days, I need to check myself and ask myself
Why they feel
why they
comfortable?
feel comfortable enough
Yup.
to ask me for money right now.
That's me. Like,
Nah,
period.
like, yo,
Yeah.
90 days.
Why do
is
you
not a long
feel
time.
comfortable enough asking me for?
If you're spending a lot of
any-
time,
Yeah.
I don't care how much time I'm spending. Like, what did I
That's the
reveal
point,
to
yeah.
you that you thought you could say, yo, Rico?
Maybe you talked
can
a
I
little bit
borrow
too much and you
$1,000?
flashed them chains a
Right,
little
it's
bit.
the chains. It's
too
the
much.
chains.
because I knew a G wasn't nothing to you, partner.
Right.
But, like,
Don't be walking around me with all of this.
I
with
never
all of
take
this
my
on.
chains off.
Whoa,
I need a few dollars.
It's the shiny pants too.
Right.
I'm different than Buddy. You know what I'm saying? Buddy a little different than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just tell him all this is rented. Listen, I got no problem playing broke. Like, you can call me broke. It does not faze me. I sleep great in my nice home, right? But what I'm trying to say is I would have to check myself. Why do you feel comfortable?
What vibes are you giving off?
Yeah, like, well, what am I doing? Did I just, you know why she's asking you for 1,000? Because you spent 500 on dinner twice in 2 weeks.
Because it means it ain't. You're showing that it really ain't
That's
nothing.
She's one of those, like, you know what? Like, women are smart. Like, women would be like, they'll calculate how much you spend on them and then be like, instead of
for-
spending it on me for
Just give it
dinners,
to me.
and just give
Just
me
give
it.
it to me, yeah.
So, bro, you need to chill out. You know what I'm saying? From one
You
guy
do
the
need to
next.
chill out.
And yeah, you got us here to help you out, you know?
Because at that point, I don't even know why you would be so shocked.
Well, they do be shocked, right? They do.
Give it to her, by the way.
Right. I just honestly,
You
I
gonna give it
feel
to her,
like
bro, you better not give it
I
to
know
her,
that
bro.
it was brought
She said, "You
up
gotta give it-"
that if $1,000 means nothing to you, like you can just give it. But even if it didn't mean anything to you, right? Like I just feel like $1,000. That's $1,000. You're not asking for no little $100. I'm gonna give it back to you tomorrow. Like that's
100
a
might be 1,000 for somebody else.
I would.
Yo,
I
you
would.
know what the crazy thing is?
You
She
right,
probably
but-
need. Yo, women are smart like this too. She probably only need 200, but to not look bad, she gonna ask for a rack.
For a rack.
And you be like, I ain't gonna look bad and say I only need my phone bill. I'm gonna just ask for the whole 1,000.
Hey,
to not look bad.
Yeah, because if you need 200, it's like, whoa, hold on.
Or
This
maybe
is a
she's
real
like,
red
I'm
flag.
gonna ask for
And you
1,000,
know
I might
some
get
rich
5.
people also told me the rule.
See? She probably like, I'm gonna ask for 1,000, he might give me 5.
Whatever woman asks you for.
Remember that in real estate.
Always give a half. Yeah,
I
I was gonna say.
I'd be like, where's the rest? What is this?
Yeah, Aaron did that with people with
Where's the
99
rest?
cents. Give me the penny.
I need all of it.
Next question.
Is this
I
the
think we need our shot before.
You want the shot first?
Yes,
Let's
please.
get the shot.
It's shot o'clock?
Everybody.
Is this the friend
Wait,
zone?
what time is it?
Shot o'clock.
Shot
Um,
02.
If I feel like it's too crazy, I'm pleading the
Wow.
Is
fifth.
this a friend zone question?
It's not question. It's not personal.
No, it's a good
Why you
question.
It's
nervous?
a
Because he's
I think this
anticipating it
is-
to be really crazy.
Okay,
Why
by
you
the way,
nervous?
shout out to Michael Matroke.
No, I'm not.
Michael Metroke. What up, bruh?
Thank
Just
you.
shut
We
up.
Don't
appreciate
get on
you.
the cameras if you scared.
shut up.
Michael's always out here.
Little bro.
No, you little bro.
You know, regulating.
Over there, little
He
bro.
is in there
Say little bro.
moderating,
Mm-mm.
and that makes
Little bro.
all our jobs easier.
Woo, woo, woo.
Wait, what's the tequila?
When'd you graduate high school?
2015.
Huh?
2015, nigga. I actually graduated college in 2019.
Oh, Lonnie had it.
Stupid.
Alan, put it right here. I'll put
I
the
was
shots. I'll put
already
the shots.
out
Put
of
'em right here.
school in 2020. Lil bro.
Barely.
Lil bro.
Oh, you finished in 2019?
That's
I didn't know that.
little young ones.
That was like right before the pandemic. Damn.
Yeah, how old are you?
25.
25. Okay.
She a little young, you know.
You're a little young buck.
Yeah, little young buck.
Where'd you go?
Work.
School. So I'm from Rahway. So I went to
Okay, that's
yeah,
Jersey.
Rahway,
right?
yeah, Rahway, New Jersey. Yeah.
By the way,
But I went to high school and college in Pennsylvania.
notice.
Oh, you moved. Your folks moved.
Yeah. My folks moved, so I moved out there.
Your folks.
I just learned something the other day.
What?
So I went to Brooklyn High
Can't
School of the
argue with
Arts,
results.
which is a fairly new high
All right,
school.
shot o'clock.
But before it was Brooklyn High School of the Arts, it was called Sarah J. Hill, and Lil Kim went there.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Big shouts to Lil' Kim. She
That's why you act like that?
That's why I asked
we love
Shout out, Lil' Kim.
We
Fuck
do.
you.
We love Little Kim.
Lil Bro.
Yes.
All right, let's take a shot. Then
Amanda's got
Man, they're gonna need this shot.
I'm gonna take my shot
Yeah,
of
take a
water.
shot of
Yeah,
water.
I got
Just
shot.
take-
the wife just came.
Not
You
the
right on
wife.
time.
Not the wife just came.
The
All
wife.
right,
The wife.
We're gonna say cheers to a great 6 weeks of Lent being over.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Yes.
I know y'all noticed
Double
we back
up.
drinking again.
Yes.
So
Wait, Marie,
Um,
where's your shot?
Jesus is risen.
Jesus is risen.
Cheers.
Was- Oh, they decided to leave me out.
She
It's
wanted
okay.
to be an innovator.
Oh, wait, hold on. Aaron, you too quick.
Take that shot.
I didn't even know he had on glasses first.
Yes.
Can you read it with
I only
the
saw
right hand?
Rico's. Then I felt bad for Amanda.
I played Hamlet in high school. You want me to read it with dramatic? Okay. Are my finances enough?
Oh, I thought I was hot.
Sorry.
I almost said thanks.
I'm reading the question as I have it. Are my finances enough to get me out of the friend zone? A guy asks his girl's best friend to be with him, and he'll take care of her. He knows what she's going through. Like, we don't have enough.
Wait, read that.
So basically,
Yeah,
that's
read
just-
This is the question you gave us before. I feel like
Leave with your
nobody
money? Sheesh.
nobody can.
Well, okay. Oh wait, can
Well,
I
actually,
answer? Or
I'm lying
sheesh?
because in the last segment we did, it's definitely possible.
Mariah said she is in love.
She said you can buy her love.
Can you buy your way out of the friend zone?
I think you can.
To some women,
To some women, you can buy your way out of the friend zone. If that question was for me specifically, no, not for me. Because y'all know,
He's asking for your advice.
Yeah, just be
no,
honest.
but don't do it. Don't do it. One, because that person that has put you in a friend zone will never really like you. Like, for real. They're going to like your money. So what's the point? You buy your way, you get the girl, but the girl wants your money. Like, you want to love on this girl, and this girl wants to go get her toes done every 2 weeks all of a sudden. Like, she wants the 30-inch wigs, and now she wants to go get her body done. And you're funding this lifestyle for her, and she doesn't love you, bro.
Damn
Leave
her
her-
for wanting a pedicure.
No, but okay, no, the bitch wasn't getting her toes done every 2 weeks. The bitch toes was crusty getting it done every month because she was saving that gel pedicure, holding it down for dear life. And now she's like, oh, well, my man gonna keep giving me money because that's what got him here. No,
All right. So this
keep
is
the money in your pockets.
This
She's
is-
not gonna love you.
this is my take. I actually think he can buy his way out of the friend zone, but not in the way that you're thinking. And this actually goes back to what you said earlier, Coolio. I think that he could take that money, get him a gym membership, do some investing. He can get his teeth fixed. He can buy himself a new wardrobe. He can hire a wardrobe consultant like London, come in, tell him what he got in his closet, whether it works or not. He can buy a new car. You know, there are many things that he can do with that money that is going to make him more attractive to that woman or women like her, that does not require him to spend that money on her, if that makes any sense.
That makes perfect sense. But maybe this is a pride thing for me. But if you use your money to better yourself, because I think that we started off the conversation saying that, like,
Mhm.
you can better yourself and, to get the person that you want. Maybe it's a pride thing for me because I'm a very prideful person. Once you fix yourself up and now you're feeling like the best you that you've felt, are you going to go for that same person that has already friend zoned you? Or now do you feel like up here now and your ego is like,
It
higher
happens, it
than
happens, and-
usually is. So you're going to go for somebody maybe even better than the person that friend zoned you. Are you going to keep like making your way around to see if you can get in there or just find better?
I would love to hear Cooley's opinion before I give mine.
Yeah, so I would say it's I wouldn't say it's impossible. Everything is possible. We could
I love
maybe
that.
make it to Pluto one day. Is Pluto still a planet? Who knows? I don't know.
No, I think it's not.
I think it's not. So
Said it's not, but on my
My little
horoscope
nephew told me it's not no more.
yeah, so
app, they still include.
what I'm
Pluto.
saying is anything is possible, but it's not probable. So a man leading with his money, you put yourself in a customer frame. Once you put yourself in a customer frame, but think about it, you're already in the friend zone anyway. So if you're in that friend zone anyway, that means that she's really not feeling you like that, homie. So what he can do is exactly what you said and what I was alluded to before was that you could increase your value as a man. The great thing about men is that we start at 0%. It's like you watch anime? You watch Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, I was
Dragon Ball Z. It was Goku. Okay, cool. Vegeta, Goku.
Relax.
But anyways,
It's like
you get what I'm saying? You could, as a man, right? The thing is this, right? So women, like you alluded to it before. You said, well, a man really just hasn't checked off all my boxes. So women have all of these boxes. So as a man, you can increase your value to check off more boxes for a female. And as you check off more boxes for a female, you'll become more attractive. I actually talked about this on my podcast as well, how women put guys in a friend zone, but guys put women in a sex zone, right? So I guess y'all was alluding to that a little earlier too, how, well, if he makes money, will he really be attracted to her like that? The reality is that no, she's gonna be recreational use only. He's gonna hit it and that's all. Oh yeah, you dissed me back then. Well, cool. Yeah, you like me now, so I'm gonna keep you in the sex zone only now. But that rarely happens anyway. You know what I'm saying? And to the people that it does happen to, those are guys that worked on it. They increased their value. They worked on themselves.
And
So
that's the thing. And first of all, don't from man to man, never increase your value out of spite. I'm
Big facts.
tired of that. Because in all actuality, no, you can't buy yourself out the friend zone. I don't care how much upgrading that you do. You know why? You said it, you touched on it. She does not like you. Can you have sex with her? Can you potentially get her to lay down next to you? Yes. But she still does not like you. She likes your car. She likes your new
the cars.
body. She likes your new house. She likes your money. She does not like you at your core. So now you have to realize if you're a guy trying to get out of the friend zone and you buy yourself out of the friend zone, and I don't believe it's very, very likely. Let's say you do. Once you buy yourself out the friend zone, you have to sit here and say, well, is this somebody that really loves my core? Is this somebody that is actually going to give me unconditional love? No. You've upgraded your entire life, which means there are stipulations for you to even be on her requirement to be eligible for her.
yeah.
You feel me? So now, what I would say to you is keep it at a friend, but upgrade just to be better than where you're at right now, but still keep her on that same friend zone. See, the people, this is what I see. A woman that'll friend zone a man, then the man upgrades himself, and then the woman gets out of the friend zone. Nah, keep her in the friend zone. Now she's in your friend zone.
She in the sex zone, baby.
No.
Not even. Don't even give it
she's in
to
the
her.
friend zone. Don't put her in the
No
sex
box.
zone. No, she gets no dick. You don't get no dick. Like, yeah, you didn't want me when I was a 4. That's cool. I'm a 10. You was a 7 back then. You still a 7, but I'm a 10. Listen, we're
All
gonna
right,
be
Mike
friends.
Jones. Back then.
You feel me? Back then, like back
Back
then.
then.
Real though.
You feel me? But like
Now
my
I'm a
thing is,
10, and now I'm going for the 8s and the 9s.
Cause what are you gonna do?
Still a 4. You just
Thank you. That's what I was waiting to say.
Nah, nah,
Thank
just
you.
a nice
No,
car, my
wait.
guy.
Let it finish because I was ready to.
Nah, but my
I was
thing is-
waiting on it.
So my thing is, when I'm saying upgrade, I'm not saying you're a 4. Like, I mean, unless we're talking about that, it's way different. But what I'm saying is, if a dude has the capacity to build himself, first of all, well, nowadays it's different. Guys are getting BBLs, like, so
Yeah, it is
so
cheat
it's a whole
codes.
different. But let's just say we take that off the board. You work on yourself first of all to get real results in the gym, like real results, sustaining results. It's gonna spend about a year of building yourself. and 5 days, 4 days a week, good diets. It takes a lot of discipline, right? So once you build
Don't
yourself,
read on top of that.
huh?
Don't read. to
Yeah,
to
and
train
now
people.
you're exactly, now you're reading books, you're investing in your mental and your physical health, your physical and mental, like, just, upbringing better, whatever the case may be. The problem is that girl doesn't like you for who you are, and it's cool, right? But she likes you enough to keep you around because you're supportive. You feel me?
But
So
I
the
feel like that's not like bullshit. Oh, I'm gonna try to be better, be like to one up her. Like, saying like get better out of spite. Like that's not bullshit. Like that takes some serious like, all right, well, she did that. Well, I'm gonna do that. But I'm really in this now. Like now I'm bettering myself for me, not even for her. Because at this
it
point,
started
once
it.
exactly
Yeah.
that gave me the drive.
Yeah.
But once I'm bettering myself, I already know what I'm capable of. I already know the potential that I have and who I can get at this point. So she's in the past. I'm not going back to I'm not doubling back to try to get her.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you
leave her in the friend zone.
yeah, usually it happens naturally with I would say human beings in general, men and women. So like as a man, right? All right, so the guy's in friend zone. So he's in friend zone obviously because he's just not that nigga to her. You don't cut it. He's not making a cut. So I truly believe as a man, when you work on yourself, right? You get in the gym, all the things we said. You get in the gym, become the best version of yourself, build up your finances, build up your mindset. And then what that does is, right? So I always say competence leads to accomplishments, which then leads to confidence. And that's what builds the man.
That's really good.
And then from there, you have more options, right? So yeah, you in a friend zone with this girl, but now you have options, and with options comes an abundance mindset. So then you don't even really tolerate her inadequacies like that. You get what I'm saying? Like as a man, you're gonna be like, like you're gonna see where she was inadequate like that. You're not even gonna take her seriously anyway. So naturally, she's gonna be in a friend zone or the sex zone anyway. So yeah.
So
Give
this
him
is
no dick, bro. Like,
this is this is what I was
No.
gonna counter,
Yeah.
and you actually already touched on it. Because yeah, she doesn't like you. You know why? Because you don't like yourself. You probably
Yeah.
don't have good self-esteem.
Going
You
in there.
probably, even if you have, even if you like yourself, your self-esteem isn't where it should be, such that you are operating out of a different mindset. You
Yeah.
just talked about this. I think that like women women see confidence. We feel the confidence. Well, if a 5 dudes walked in here,
You
the
know
one
who
with the
top
most
G.
the
You
one
know.
with the most confidence, you're gonna already know who he is, you know? And so going back to the original statement is that yeah, you can buy your way out, because once you make yourself better, you're gonna have more confidence, you're gonna mentally be in a better space, you're gonna be able to command a room, you're gonna be able to have better conversations, you're going to be able to, like talk about more interesting things, because the more you read, the more your mind is lifted, the more you're able to emote and have like better conversations about more than the fucking weather or the Giants or
Yeah.
whatever. Like you get something like really deep. So I think that this all goes back to money. The money gave you a better haircut and a better hairline. The money got you a trainer. The money bought you some protein. The money got your investments up. The money got you a new car. Like all of this goes back to like having the resources to get you in a place. Books ain't free. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
either. You
Like,
don't need money.
Yeah.
like
no,
that.
you do need
I'll say
money.
that
You can make $30,000 a year and be a fit, smart individual.
yeah.
Protein ain't cheap. Trainers on protein. No, protein.
$500 a year.
Protein is not
That boy walking.
quality. Protein is not
You
cheap.
don't need to buy
Quality
protein.
foods are not cheap. Like, and we're talking about like physical health and mental health. Like vitamins ain't cheap. Mushrooms ain't cheap. All the shit that goes into your body to maintain your skin, to maintain your teeth, to maintain your joints, your bones, like your muscles. Like none of that shit is cheap.
Aaron, there is people, and I'm not even. But that sounds foolish only because it's not a necessity. There are men, I hate to say it, that are in jail that have the best physiques and nice teeth. They don't have adequate, like
They
they don't
don't-
have great supplying food. They don't have all these different things that we're saying that it's
They
expensive.
have youth.
No,
They
they
have
don't.
you.
Well-
They do have you.
Well, look,
You don't like him.
Because he's lame.
You don't like him not because he's just lame. We always add these variables. He's probably lacking confidence. Even if he is, or whether he is or he isn't, he's still demonstrating a good, I would say, percentage of who he is. With money or without money, people are going to be what they are. So if you're getting him,
How confident are you with a fucked up hairline? How
I ain't-
confident are you with fucked up teeth?
I'm being,
How confident are you with a fucked up vocabulary? How
haven't
confident
had-
are you if you can't fucking read?
I
I'm just saying.
Well, first of all, if he can't read and he can't speak, she's
That's a whole
she's probably.
I
not
was
even
about
gonna
to
be with
say.
him.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother. I mean, like at all, he's not gonna even be a friend. So now we're adding all these different layers, which is what we like to do, and that's what I was trying to tell you, Miri. It's just always no, it's them that be adding these extra layers. The reality is this: to keep it simplified. Even if you upgrade yourself, the person who put you in the friend zone does not value a part of you that will forever exist. So why are you going to sit here and upgrade yourself just to double back on just to double back to somebody who is going to find a piece of you that will never be accepted as a significant other in terms of an intimate relationship? It does not make sense. Upgrade yourself. Yes, can it be a start point? Cool. Use it as motivation to get yourself to another level. Keep that person as a friend, just like they kept you as a friend, and go get somebody else who might like all of you. You feel me? Like
When you're at your best.
when you're at
What
your
I would
best.
what I
yeah.
would say
'Cause
is
if you don't
the
appreciate me
question
at my worst, why? Like I don't.
Can I have a question for you? I'm sorry.
I don't want you at your
I
worst.
just want to say one thing. If the question is, does it cost to better yourself? Then yes, and I agree with everything that
What
you
does it
said.
cost?
However much it costs
Everything
to
has
to
technically
get in the
has a
gym,
price.
to buy this, to buy that, whatever.
How,
it
how
does-
much
it-
did your hairline cost to get that nice hairstyle?
I cut my own hair.
Did you braid it?
No, I got that done.
All right. It wasn't free, was it?
My sister did it.
Was it free?
Yeah, it was
That's
free.
him saying it was free.
So
Oh,
what you-
oh.
So
No,
okay.
but
Listed it.
Okay,
shit
so-
costs. We know shit costs. But
But no,
I'm
whether
No. This is a
time,
self-sufficient
energy,
man
whatever, it
who's
costs.
utilizes resources. The thing is, at the end of the day, not everything costs.
it's inflation.
Inflation.
Everything is inflation today.
Yo,
We
All
can't
right, we've been
we
talking
can't
about
be going to
inflation.
get our hair done all the time.
I
But
wanted to touch a point on this though. So like I truly think that money doesn't make a man. A man makes the money. So you could be a dork. You're still then you're a dork with money.
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it really doesn't, change anything. I think as a man, you fully have to work on yourself. It's the mental part of it. So you got to become more competent. And not only that, you have to understand female nature. I think a lot of guys get finessed in the game nowadays in this dating market is because they don't understand female nature, right? And women are socially superior to men. It's just a fact. And I'll tell a quick story. I knew of this, that women was socially superior to men because I have a 10-year-old daughter. When my daughter was 4 years old, we was in Walmart. And I'm scrolling her in Walmart in the stroller. And she's like, Daddy, that girl was looking at you. I'm like, I ain't even see the girl. But she noticed the girl before I did. So I'm like, wait, this is weird. How did she see this? You get what I'm saying? And it wasn't like the girl wasn't attractive because, I would have seen her. But she caught it. So women are naturally socially superior to men. So with that being said, it's incumbent upon the man to understand females' nature and understand that females are naturally hypergamous creatures, right? That's just something about females. They tend to want to date across, but preferably above. So with that being said, if you're in the friend zone, so they want quantity. So if you're in the friend zone, to bring it all back, right? If you're in the friend zone as a man, my dude, you just have to better yourself mentally, physically, financially, and spiritually. And when you do that, you won't even want that girl anyways. What I'm trying to say.
Dudes be fucking girls
They'll
out of
probably
spite.
hit,
Yeah.
but that's about it. That's not a win for
Yeah,
her.
You still lose once you do
Yeah,
that.
sex zone.
Can I just
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and
I would give you 30 days.
and those guys, like a Grant Cardone, like those guys, like he upgraded himself. Like I know Grant Cardone's story, like he wasn't doing good at all. Yeah, he was a mess, and then he fully upgraded himself. So I mean, I'm sure his upgrades help with, and maybe he wasn't
Yo,
fully in the friend
She
zone.
liked who exactly, bro. Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yo,
she probably
women
liked who he
women
was.
are not stupid, and I refuse to believe that women see a man and be like, "You're in the friend zone," but once you upgrade yourself, I'll be with you. No, women love to date potential. So they're like, I see what's inside of you. I see your drive. I see what you could be. Let me still be with you. And they'll take that leap of faith. But when a woman is putting you in the friend zone, it's because she literally sees nothing. Like even your best to her,
She doesn't see enough.
okay, she doesn't see enough. And even your best, what she can project, still is not enough. So you have to exceed her expectations,
Somebody else's.
which is hard to do. So you gotta just let it be the friend that she wants. She's going to reap what she sows, and that's okay. Now,
That's fair.
And
you feel what I'm
I,
saying?
I truly believe that there's not really much benefit that a man can get. This is just my perspective. Not truly much benefit that a man can get from being in a relationship, being in the friend zone with a woman. Because, like, think about what a friend is, right? A friend is platonic. So if you have some type of feelings or attraction towards this individual, that means that you have ulterior motives, which means that it isn't genuine. So since it isn't genuine, it's just like you'll be hurting yourself. So you're literally, and not only that, think about it, in a friend zone with a guy, the guy is normally adding value to the female. He's adding that masculine presence. So maybe they'll be out at the club. Yeah, she flirting with other dudes, but he's still that masculine presence there. She like, oh, I don't want him talking to me, and then he'll be there to get the other guys out the way. It's just like the guy in the friend zone does a whole lot of work, but gets no benefit back. Usually,
Is that something never asked him for nothing?
she's only telling him.
She's only telling him as a
Oh,
she never asked him for nothing.
Okay.
well, that
That is
changes.
evil. That is evil
She
of
never
him.
asked him. He just happened to
Oh,
have.
okay.
He has inside
Okay.
information. and
But
he
she
tried to use
said
it to
something
get
for
out
a
of it.
reason.
But that's first of all,
Exactly.
that
Thank you.
is
Thank you, Lonnie.
he's trying to get in a relationship with her so that he can take care of her, and that's going to be the excuse. If you be with me, I can help take care of you. I know you're in a bind. I know you down right now. I can help pay your rent. You just got to be with me. That ew. Yeah. And who the fuck? This is not love. What kind of relationship is this?
Yeah.
This is just a relationship where I take care of you. And why would you even want to put yourself in that position?
And just my opinion. This is an opinion, not a theory. In my opinion, a man should never be in a position to have to buy a woman in any category. Whether he has to take his money and invest in himself to qualify for this woman, whether he has to pay for X, Y, and Z just to qualify for this woman. Gestures and upgrading is something that's supposed to come secondary to you actually liking me. We have a lot of people who are just taking what's at surface value and running with it for far too long, and that's why relationships are falling apart. If we want to sit here and say, okay, look, I'm gonna be your friend. Let's say if I'm your friend for 3 months, maybe 6 months, but at some point of being your friend, we get into an intimate relationship. That's a whole different ballgame. But if it takes for me to go and do a whole reevaluation of self, a whole upgrading of self, and then for me to be in a relationship with you, I'm not gonna subscribe to that because for me, it's like there's, and I said this already, there's still a piece of you that is going to be here, is going to exist in this relationship dynamic, is going to exist within you. Maybe you might suppress that part of you for however long so you can be the other side of you just to qualify for this girl. But then you know what happens? Somewhere down the line, you meet somebody who has that same quirkiness that you had, that same dweeb dorkiness that you had.
Why they gotta be a dweeb?
I'm just adding it. You know what I'm saying?
Mixed
And then
in with the new you.
mixed in with the new you. And then guess what happens?
Mixed in with the new you.
Mixed in with the new you. And then guess what?
Heard it the
That's
first
the
time.
guy.
Then
The guy is gonna
and
put that.
the guy, and
He
then,
works out now. He read books. He's smart.
but he's still
They
quirky.
usually don't.
He still
He
loves
got somebody that
anime.
likes his quirkiness,
They
his
usually
geekiness,
don't,
and the
though.
new him.
And the new
All at the
all
same
in one.
time.
And then
Y'all
guess
talking
what?
about outliers
Nah,
right
no,
now.
we're
No, you're
this
not
is the
listening.
reality
He
of
can
life.
bag girls now because he upgraded.
Yeah, no, his money could bag girls.
Exactly. No.
He got his weight up too.
You're
His-
both
His
money-
character.
wait, you're both saying the same thing. But guess what? The moral of the story is you are who you are. Right? And women do the same thing too. Don't get it misconstrued. A woman will go ahead and spend $8,500 on that BBL. A woman will go ahead and spend all this money on these nails and this makeup and this hair. but still be a quirky girl. But she's going to be in a entirely different woman to go and seek what she's attracted to. But at the end of the day, if that dude is not attracted to who she is, eventually she's going to stop feeling fulfilled in that relationship and start stepping outside. Same thing with the dude. If I'm a quirky, nerdy dude, but then I got to get my money up, I got to get a six pack, I got to get all of this just so I can get this girl. The second I meet a girl that likes anime too,
It's over.
it's over. She might tell me, yo, I don't even want to go to Roof Chris. I just want to play video games with you.
You need hot dogs.
It's
I don't
done.
know.
I was gonna say
She
order
is
Chinese
a
food.
goner.
You OD'd
feel
with the
what I'm
hot
saying?
dog.
So like these
feel like-
halfway.
I feel
like if you watch
relationships
anime, you
don't
probably
work.
eat
I
hot
don't know.
dogs.
I don't have that much faith in men.
Who is that?
I didn't say hot
See?
dogs.
All right, guys. So we have another question.
Wait, she wouldn't eat a hot dog? You lying.
What is going on here?
There is a pretty woman at my job. I like her and she's married. She likes me back, but she doesn't want to cheat. She says I'm not worth the risk of leaving her husband unless I can show her some security. She wants a real example of security. House in her name security.
Yo,
Is
Bruh.
this real?
I can't do this, Alan.
Are these
not
coming
real.
from the
That's
viewers?
That's a real question.
I love this.
These are real.
I love this show so much, but I can't. Like my soul does not.
Let me just give a
I
very
think this was
like
Aaron's question.
Yeah.
yeah. Let me just give a very like straightforward, very easy answer. Sir, she is married. Leave that married woman alone before you end up on the wrong side of some man's hands or a weapon. Just leave that woman alone. Like I don't even want to like indulge his him in this
By
question.
the way, this is his question.
No, I know what I'm saying. I don't even want to like give any advice such that it would help him to try to like
Pursue this woman.
yeah, like I just don't think it's a good idea.
Yo,
Because if you going after a married woman, nigga, have a plan first of all. Like don't
And second of all, she already done said she don't want to mess with you unless you got some money that you can give her to.
Yeah, she tricky.
no, what you know, but she
her
said
life.
Trick.
security because real talk,
Security,
I mean,
exactly.
I'm not mad at it because if
he
I'm
can
finna
fight.
if I'm finna mess up my security of my husband, my home, my X, Y, and Z, you need to be able to meet that for me to risk that. Otherwise, there's no reward by me investing in you and having this risk. Like it makes no sense. Like I don't, sir, leave this woman alone, please.
You are just going to be investor number 2. Just walk away.
please.
That's
just-
an investment number two.
Sponsor.
number 2.
No,
Sponsor
it
number
won't be a sponsor, but no. I don't even think she's not asking for money. What she's saying is
But
that
she's saying unless you can show me
That's money.
that you can
That
create some kind of security.
yeah, and I don't fucking blame her. Why would I risk the security of my marriage and everything that comes with it for a hot date or just to go kiss a
No,
nigga
I
in the
get what
hallway?
you. I
Like,
get what you're saying, Aaron. She is all right. True. That's what she's going to be willing to risk her marriage for. Then cool. But how do you think that this man is going to show her? He's going to have to step by step be like, all right, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna do this, so she knows that he's serious.
right? Yeah.
You know what the crazy thing is, Aaron? You're talking about risking. Let's be realistic. She likes him, quote unquote. You don't like nobody unless you talk to him.
They work
That's her work husband.
Yeah, but
She
there's
got a
talk
work
about that.
husband.
Work husband,
They're
yeah, we can talk
talking
about that.
outside of work. First of all, don't sit here and tell me actually, how about this? Any man, listen, do not sit there and allow a woman to tell you she likes you emotionally and is cheating emotionally, but is not willing to go the physical route.
What?
Because at that point, she's saying that emotional cheating is better than physical cheating. And in my opinion, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So, all in all, if she's able to open herself up to you to really like you, and I'm only basing off of what was said, she's opening up to really like you emotionally enough where she said, I will leave a marriage for you if you could just show me these other 2 check marks on these boxes. That means she's already invested into you emotionally, which means she's already tapped out of her house.
Facts.
Doesn't matter.
No,
You
no,
still
it
gotta
does
hedge. You
matter.
gotta hedge your bets. I'm not leaving a sure thing for a what if, for a possible and a maybe. Like when you count your books and spades, you know which cards are gonna get you a book, which cards are possibles, and which cards are just kind of like if everybody else fuck up on their play, I may make this happen. Like it doesn't make any sense. She may like him, yeah. She may be hanging out with him, yeah. But is she willing to risk like leaving the comforts and the security of her marriage and possibly kids? You know, fuck it.
She already
I'm
left.
no, she hasn't. She's still
already
there.
gone.
Yeah, she checked out.
I'm saying just the
She's
fact that she
already
Yeah, she
even
checked out.
entertained the conversation.
Wait, y'all, wait. Y'all really think
She's
you
gone.
can't? Y'all wait. First of all, nobody here is married but me. So what y'all are telling me is that just because she's talking to somebody else and she's entertaining somebody else, that she don't still fuck with her husband,
'cause
that she don't still like her husband.
She said she wants to leave and she's willing to leave. That's why she
That doesn't mean she don't still fuck with her husband.
enough.
Yeah, not enough.
Let's see if he gonna get that house under your name, girl.
Exactly, because my husband had already proved he gonna give me a house.
You know what? Let's see if he gonna get us a house.
Please
Leave that woman alone because
leave her alone.
Any woman thinking like that only needs to be where she's at, not with you.
And
Yeah.
I think that if she's requiring security from this man, that she's not getting enough of it from her current
No,
husband.
he's like, let us see if he can get us a house.
Yeah, I would say that.
The current house probably ain't even in her name. This is why she wants this new one in her name.
Because she
I think that she's smart.
Alan,
So she's
Yeah.
actually the
no,
smart one.
no, she's not.
I
You know
would-
why?
Shit.
Wait, you know why she's not smart? Because if he says, "All right, I can show you. I buy this dumbass house, and your dumbass come in this house, you still get fucked, and you still get left. And then what are you left with? Nothing. Even if I put the house in your name, you left with the name. So you're you left with the house. So you're telling me that your marriage is only worth an asset. Your marriage is
Security.
no, it's not even secure. You still got to make the payments on the house.
Or
What is
maybe-
secure?
No. Depends on
What is
No,
secure right
wait,
now?
no, because the mortgage can be in your name. The deed can be in her name.
Well, he's a whole
So-
fool.
But everybody don't know that.
Well, we're not.
Everybody
we're
don't
not,
know.
We're not adding. We're not adding. We're not.
I'll say
adding-
most
adding
people don't know
layers?
that.
adding variables.
We're not adding variables to the what's it called? Question.
Right? No. She said he has to buy a house in her name. That means if he's buying it.
That also
The-
doesn't mean
no,
that the
listen.
mortgage is not in it. So regardless.
No. Yes, you're not listening.
No, I am.
No,
listening.
remember, Marie, she said
Only go by
she wants him to buy a house in her name. What that means is that he's buying it, therefore the mortgage is in his name. Okay?
No, that does not mean that.
Well, he might be the guarantor.
It
of
does
the
not mean
mortgage.
that at
The
all.
mortgage is
It
in
does-
his
We're
name.
not arguing logistics because it does not mean that at all.
To me, security is like
Nope.
this.
No.
Security
This
is very
person
simple. If he wants to give
specified.
us security,
She said, put
he
it
could
in
just
my
be
name.
like,
That
"I'm
doesn't
gonna
mean
put
the
this house
mortgage
in my
is
name
not.
and your name."
The mortgage
No.
could
And
the
then
mortgage
what?
could be in her name too.
No.
Could be in her name.
The mortgage could be in her name as well. Put it in my.
Y'all, she's married. She can't buy a damn house without her husband finding out
That's
if
the
her
same.
name is on a mortgage.
About
Well,
any
see,
other
he could put
state?
the house under a trust or LLC for them.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
Y'all-
She asked for it.
Wait, Aaron.
I can't speak
Aaron,
on
he
any
could
other
put the house
Alan.
under a trust and make her the trustee.
Absolutely
He
can.
still has to
Security.
sign.
Absolutely can.
She still has to sign. We're arguing about
He
logistics
still has
here.
to sign. And
I'm
in
not
the state of
deba- I'm
New
not here to
Jersey,
debate
if she's
logistics.
married,
I don't
The
even
husband
care
has to
about.
sign.
I don't even
Yeah.
care about logistics.
The husband has to sign. There's
Yeah.
no way that
For the
she.
trust?
No.
If she's the trustee.
You still have to sign.
So basically, he buying a house for her and her
Real
husband.
estate.
So no.
That's
Hashtag.
not true.
Thank you.
Hashtag-
She has to divorce first.
Come put
She
the
has to
house under
divorce
LLC,
first.
I took
and
my
they could
real
own the
estate.
LLC together, which has nothing to do with the
You go, girl.
Hey, I'm sorry about this. But you see
It
the-
actually does,
One
Alan.
chapter, that was it.
It's an asset after marriage. Therefore, the husband is now entitled to it. Y'all over here complaining the whole, but
If they
Alan,
get divorced.
Alan, in the state of New Jersey, her purchasing
arguing
a
about
home,
law
whether
here.
in a trust or
Because y'all making
not.
up shit that's not
No, you're
that's
adding
not
shit.
possible.
What's not
I'm just
possible?
talking
Her
about the
paying the mortgage?
legalities. From my,
Well, Aaron's a lawyer, so.
You have to listen to the
I'm just talking
facts.
about the real
What's the
estate
fact?
class.
How about
I
this?
ain't
Don't
talking
talk.
about-
What's the fact? Marie, read it again. What does she want?
She wants the house under her name.
Okay, cool. And that's general.
I don't know the other details.
Thank you. So
No,
let's.
it says for him to buy a house, right?
Yeah, under her name. She
Thank
says,
you.
In
Listen.
order for me to leave my husband, you must purchase a home under my name.
What's his question?
And that is
though?
all the facts you need.
What do you mean?
He just wants
Like,
advice on
basically,
his
like-
He just wants
situation.
advice?
He-
He's in love. He wants
Oh.
to
He's like, can I make this move?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So obviously, purchasing the house
I could give him some
under
advice.
her name is not.
You're
it's-
next.
So you have to remember, there are people like these are not a hardship for them. So it's like, or he could purchase it and he can afford it. Maybe it's the boss. I don't know. I don't want to add layers. I don't want to add
Please
layers.
don't. I'm gonna call you Aaron number 2.
I don't want to add
I
layers.
don't be adding the layers.
Aaron,
I be
add
calling.
every layer.
Are you
Go
serious?
ahead.
It's just I work in.
Well, I was about to say I'm not the
I
one
work
that
in
be adding
corporate.
layers.
I just know
Definitely
how
ain't me.
people are.
Listen, Marie and I, in the last 2 weeks, I've been proving how wrong both of y'all are in that
No, I
statement.
don't be adding layers.
Me neither. Marie, what do I always say? I say, don't fight the facts.
Marie,
You do say
I
that.
always say, don't fight the
What-
facts.
But Rico did have a.
Thank you.
I don't remember
I
which
dedicated a
episode it
whole
was, but-
If
day,
anything,
2
you'll be
episodes.
adding
I don't.
some
Okay,
layers,
real
nigga.
quick, because we want to help. We do want to help the questions, and they're basically it's like, is this a good move? Like, should I do it? Like,
Well, Cooley has some advice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Tell him no.
I mean, any woman that you're talking to that has a husband,
Thank you.
you shouldn't be talking to that woman. That woman is committing treason. She's committing espionage. And it's not
Just the
it's
state
not
of the
conducive
union.
to anything good in your life as a man. So think about it. She has a husband already. What type of genuine relationship or love you think that you're going to get from her if she's leaving her man that she committed till death do us part, and she's coming to you? It's not anything good. Not only that, we were having a conversation about the beginning stages. So I'll say this, everyone was talking about, the mortgages and stuff like that. I like to stick to the root of things and the root of things is the cause. The effects causes manipulation. So if we go to the cause of it, this is why I said treason and espionage, because the cause of it, right? She's talking to that other man. She's talking to you, right? So she had to put herself in some situation in order to talk to you. She had to come to some emotional capacity to even talk to you being married. Meaning that she, like you said, she already checked out of her marriage, so she's done. And if you want to hit my dude, I mean, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's not good karma. You know what I mean? So
She's not letting you hit. She wants security.
yeah, she wants security, and
She
it's
needs
pointless,
that
bro.
money.
Checked
Well,
out.
matter of
She's
fact,
just
I-
a little
this-
promiscuous
this
and
is-
curious.
My God,
This
don't
what I
swear
would
on the
say.
Bible with another man and then come over here and tell me I could buy you out of it just with one crib. That's wild
Yeah,
to me.
and this is another thing that I would
It's a
say.
buyout offer.
As a man, why are you wasting your time on a married woman?
Thank you.
It's useless. Obviously, you're a low value dude if you're wasting your time on a married woman, because if you had value, you would have options. You wouldn't even be looking at that married woman. So
I'ma play
increase your
devil's
value.
advocate, bro. And I'm gonna just say, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah, but it's only recreational use only.
Huh?
It's only recreational
He
use
said
only.
it's like a little
Yeah.
bud.
I didn't say it was permanent.
Yeah.
You might get something out of it. Listen, what I
I mean, ain't nothing better than new pussy,
It's
so
gonna
I
be a
feel what you're saying.
toxic situation either
want to
way.
experience.
move on.
But
I answered it first at the rip. I said, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
leave
a
her alone.
Not
toxic
good for you.
It
situation.
was the last question.
yes.
She's like, where is he? See? I knew it.
See, bro, they just looking at you as a simp. So you already.
Once you
I
go
knew
in the
it.
ocean, ain't no coming back, bro.
That's the last
Last question.
Okay, so the last question is, okay, my wife went away for her 10-year class reunion for the weekend 3 months ago. Now she doesn't want to have sex with me. She says, this is not where I thought I would be in life.
Okay, so wife went away for a class reunion
Yeah.
Sit back.
3
fool.
months ago.
3 months ago.
She
And
went for it was like a weekend, like
weekend. So she took a weekend trip.
No, because you have to remember, it's
Like a
usually
Friday
around
and Saturday.
Thanksgiving weekend, and you're
Okay.
able to spend some time because so she did a 3-day weekend of it.
Okay.
Not a 3-day weekend, a 3-day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, bruh. Yeah, I would say this to this young gentleman.
Wait, she said this is not where I thought my life would be.
Yeah. So obviously, she was in them streets for that weekend, and she was being promiscuous. That's what I would think. Not only that, let's bring it back a little bit, right? Let's bring it back to the cause because that's an effect. So she went to the reunion. If that's your wife, I mean, me, I have a girl.
You go.
I would go with. Why would I let my girl go somewhere for a weekend by herself? So one, already the frame is wrong as a man. So one, you're not holding a strong masculine frame because my girl wouldn't even ask that. Like, it's not even a question. So the fact that she asked and she went by herself is already a red flag. So something was wrong there. So you weren't doing your job in a relationship. You wanted to seek attention elsewhere. Obviously, that's why she didn't have sex with you in 3 months after that, because she was most likely being promiscuous on that trip. So I would say,
Bro, 3 months. Why don't you just tell the truth?
Like, go. I want to hear
Right.
the rest
Doing?
of it.
wait, what was she doing?
What is she doing in the 3 months?
Don't forget the fact that she said, "My life is not where I thought
Yeah,
it
I
would
put
be."
that.
Yeah, well,
And your class reunion could have some impact on certain people.
I was
You're
about to
28
say, I
years
don't think
old.
she
Yeah.
was
So you're
being
about
promiscuous
28,
at all.
29 years old.
Amanda, go in on that.
well,
I,
go
wait,
ahead.
wait, I'm gonna
Well,
just let him finish.
I'll
I want to. Yeah,
finish.
finish.
Yeah, so I mean, I truly think that if a woman took a trip and did all of that and then went home and is withholding sex for compliance, obviously that's what it sounds like. So any woman that's withholding sex for compliance, it isn't genuine desire there. So if there's no more genuine desire, she's gone, buddy. Move on to the next. She was in the streets, or she has a mindset to be in the streets. So that's what I would say.
Right now.
Yeah, or she's smashing right now.
That's just what happened.
Yeah.
I don't think that at all. What I got from that story was she went to her 10-year reunion and she saw how much better other people were doing. And she wasn't what did she say? She's not
My
where
life is
she
not where I thought it would be.
my life isn't where I thought it would be at that time. She's around a whole bunch of people that, she was in the same position with 10 years ago. They're probably doing a lot better than her. They're probably in way better relationships than her. She probably saw her old high school boyfriend and his life is way better than hers. And she probably did start thinking about what it would have been like if she married him instead of her current husband or her current whatever. I don't know if she said she had a husband or not.
Yeah, she's married.
Married. But I don't think that she was out there like having sex, or that she's currently having sex with someone else and that's why she's not
Well,
having sex with her current husband. She's probably just now really in her head about her own life and maybe doubting her husband at this point. He's not giving me the life that I wanted for myself.
And herself.
Yeah, she's probably doubting herself. She's doubting her husband. I believe her when she says she's not in the mood.
She could be depressed.
90 days.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a long time.
No sex.
Yeah,
You're depressed.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm gonna have to go with like while valid as your point sounds, like it's very reasonable that she was in the streets. I'm actually gonna have to go with Amanda because I think when you're just out in your routine, living your everyday life with your little friends and your little job and your this and that, whatever, everything is cool. But when you're exposed to something else, and especially people who were essentially in your exact same position, and you realize, damn, I ain't done shit with my fucking life. I gotta compare to other people, right? She don't know what these other people are doing, but just on sight only. My husband doesn't have a great job. I live in a trailer home. I drive a
That was a drag.
car that's maybe not the car that I want. I have
Or we share a car.
we share a car. The interest rate is 12%. Like, I mean, just all these things. Cause think about it. All you do at these reunions is like catch up and talk about what you're doing in your life and your kids and your job and your this and your that. Like after you done got a whole weekend of that and you start comparing where you thought you would be, or at least where you are and where they are, you're like, whoa, I am way behind the ball. And like, I think depression can set in, or just like a serious reevaluation of like, yo, I'm doing something wrong. Like I'm doing something real wrong and I got to figure it out. You know, I mean, I don't know. Maybe some women can fuck when they mad or depressed or whatever, but a lot of the women I know are not like that. Like you got to somewhat be mentally there in the space, so I can see why she's not in a space to have sex right now.
And even if I was that man, I'd probably be thinking about myself, because you did bring up the point that like he didn't even go with her. So I would start to think like,
Why
is
didn't he
she
go in the first
embarrassed
place?
of me? Am I
Yeah.
not enough for her that she would want to bring me to her 10-year reunion? Like, to say like, well, this is my husband, this is who I
Yeah.
married, this is what he does, blah, blah, blah. Because that's like, you're right. You do a whole bunch of that.
You come to
The whole week.
flex.
Yeah. And it's just like, if I don't want to bring my husband with me and she didn't ask me to come with her, like,
Yeah,
damn, what's wrong here?
and I alluded to that point too, right? So, I said that the guy obviously his value isn't there because she's withholding sex for compliance. So that means that what you two are saying is pretty much that she's not happy with her current situation, and she must have seen something in that family that's a high school reunion that was like, oh wow, other people are doing good. Other people are doing better than I'm doing. So that's natural, right? Because all women are hypergamous. Like I said, they want to date above. They want to feel like they have the best man. So obviously she doesn't feel like she has the best man. So that's why she's withholding sex for compliance. And he's haven't been hitting it. So yeah, maybe she isn't in the streets. It's possible. Is it probable? It's more probable that she's in them streets in someone else's sheets.
Can you break that down?
Oh,
You said
brother.
a couple of times. You said possible and probable.
Yes.
I like that because a lot of us love to think about what's possible,
Yep.
but we hate to accept what's probable,
Yeah.
especially in the dating world.
Yeah. So
What's
I'll go
probable
into
is
that.
this.
Go ahead.
Your
Rico.
girl was having sex prior to you, or prior to her situation, or she goes out on a 3-day trip, she's getting sex elsewhere. That's what's probable. Nobody just immediately turns off their sex drive. And can we sit here and like, you know what? Marie, please do me a favor, because I don't want to add variables. Can you please just read it one more time?
My wife went away for her 10-year class reunion 3 months ago. She doesn't want to have sex with me since. She says she is not where she thought her life would be, and she is not in the mood. It's been 3 months.
That's it, right?
But honestly, if it was
Whoa.
about dick, she could have been getting dick. Like I don't
No.
like that's the
She
thing.
is getting dick. It's just not in the house. She's getting dick from somebody else. She said, look.
Yeah.
No.
It's all better.
Wait, Marie. I mean, Yumi, listen. So where, and how did she know?
Because she went out there and saw other stuff.
No, she experienced another man. So like, this is what happened. No.
It's very
Listen,
probable that
she
she did.
is.
If she wanted other dick, she could have been got other dick.
No, listen, ladies, hold on. I let everybody speak.
Well,
And
you-
I
what-
said nothing. I
Go
said
ahead.
absolutely nothing. So I would just like to speak my piece because I'm agitated. Okay, bro. Your girl, your wife, not your girl. It's a whole different ball game. Your wife left on a 10-year reunion. After she came back, mind you, she was there for 72 hours. She has not touched you in an intimate way since. Now, granted, could she not be happy where she's at? Yes. Could we also say she's depressed? Possibly. I don't want to add other things that have not been said. What I do know is that it took her 3 days being outside with people that she grew up with for 4 years. Okay, she was with people from probably freshman year to senior year. I'm assuming she dated within those years. I'm assuming the people that she has known has especially a male has introduced her to something that her husband has not. I wish I knew how long they were married cuz that would tell me even more. But let's go into a theory cuz this theory is supplied by facts. Amanda, who's sitting right next to you, Cooley, said that she goes on Facebook or she went on Facebook to do what? Double back. And when we asked Erin if if she had 24 hours to live, who would she have sex with? She said an ex. What is she doing? Doubling back. So this woman who's been married is most likely doing what? Doubling back.
Smashing a nigga she already done smashed before.
Smashing a nigga that she loved or smashing a nigga that she never had but always wanted when she was in high school. Dudes do it, women do it, people do it. If you out for 3 days, and then after 3 days of you being on a trip, you never have sex with me again, especially if we were having sex prior to that.
I don't know. I just want to explain.
Do not come to me talking about depression.
I just want to. Thank you.
Yeah, she checked out.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
She
mean-
already had. She
A lot
probably.
of the comments are agreeing. They're saying that they think we're all speculating that it looks like she might have checked out a long time ago, and then the reunion just reaffirmed.
But that's not speculation?
No,
That's not speculation?
That's speculation too.
I'm giving
That's
you an
speculation,
answer.
She cheated. I think this is what happened.
Thank you.
What? If I go to my high school reunion right now, you know what's going to
Probability of her
happen?
cheating, like Cooley said, the probability is very high.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you what's possibly happened. She got there. She met Amanda from back then. Amanda's like, "Hey, where you staying?" She's like, "I'm staying at the Days Inn." Amanda said, "Don't stay at the Days Inn. Stay at my house." She gets to Amanda's house. She's like, "Holy shit!" She said, "You know, Aaron and Rico, right? Yeah, they're down the street from me." She's like, "Well, oh, come on, we all going to the thing." And they eating at this restaurant. And then, by the time that weekend was over, her head, she's like,
She
"What
got to go back to the trailer park.
With
The trailer park is
electric off.
crazy, Aaron.
Yeah.
Lonnie said when the
Electric is
electric is
off.
off.
Right.
You're making this
Like,
man
we have
sound like
sex?
he has no money.
No,
Like,
what
why
happened
does
was
it
that
always have to
she
be
was
an
perfectly
extreme?
happy with him. She was
Not the
perfectly
trailer
happy with
park.
him
Was she
until
happy?
She was happy. She was
She had
Content.
to be.
Yeah, I think she was
was
content.
She was
Content.
Then she
fine.
gonna hang out with Amanda, who lives down the street from Aaron, who lives down the street from Rico. Now Cooley over here be like, "I just got the plane, guys. Come on, let's go."
The icing on us on the fucking.
Yo, this is all
That
of
is a huge
Alan.
jump. I'm in the trailer
Yeah.
and we're getting in the private
not
jet.
necessarily-
Are we calling?
You hear the bullshit that's going on?
Are we calling Alan? Are we calling Alan out for the variables?
No,
Are we-
both of your variables?
I didn't add no variables.
Did not work out the way
Everybody
I thought
else
it
is
was.
rich but me. Like, no.
First of all,
that's
they would be
not
like-
how it works.
Yo, they would be like, "Wait, you were voted most likely to succeed. What happened?"
Oh.
Alan, you're talking about a group of people. Let me ask you this question, okay? Let's talk about probability and realistic, right? You went into
probability.
a probability is this. That high school that they went to was not filled with millionaires. How about that? That's probable. There's only 21 million or 29 millionaires in the whole world. So now, yes. So 39% are millionaires. Millionaires. There's only
There's 29,000 millionaires.
no, there's 21 millionaires.
No.
39% make up in the United States.
No, there's 29,000 millionaires.
All right.
How many millionaires are there in the
It
United
has to
States?
be.
No, there's more than
No, how
30,000
many
millionaires.
millionaires are there?
9,000.
There's more.
How many millionaires are in the world? Anyways, look, more of the story. When you finish that, because whatever, I just did this argument 2 days ago. So when we do this, right, we say probable, the probability of her, high school being filled with people with money, the 15%, and that's saying 100,000 or more than likely unlikely.
Yeah, extremely low.
Extremely low. So if I could say they're just the average,
22 millionaires.
there's more than 22 million.
No, she said 22,000.
951
Yeah.
millionaires. Counting for 30
Miri is not being Miri right now.
No, y'all, we're literally in the weeds for no reason.
Yeah,
We're
so
in the weeds.
More than likely, let's get back on top. Even if it was 21,000,
Yeah.
even if it was 21,000, million
Yeah, I'm not
millionaires.
crazy. Like, don't play me, nigga.
21.9 million millionaires.
Don't you ever come for
39%
me.
make up the,
Pretty
of
much
the millionaires.
22
There's 22
million.
millionaires. I said it.
No, I said it.
Well,
You
guys.
saying 22.
Million millionaires.
22 million millionaires.
Yeah.
In the world, 39% of those millionaires are here.
I said fully corrected.
Now, look,
I was like, there's only 21,000
no,
millionaires.
And I said that's not even possible.
there's 22. All right,
There's at least 5 in here.
guys, let's get back.
Like,
Facts.
For real.
And you
Right.
said 22. So let's.
So break it down again.
So now, when we talk,
How many millions?
so there's only 22 roughly millionaires in the world.
22 million
Yeah,
millionaires.
22 million.
22 million millionaires. That's it. 22 millionaires is the same thing.
No, it's not. You're saying 22
Yeah.
millionaires.
There's 22 million millionaires.
You guys,
So confused.
you guys are
Percentage
right.
of people that
You're right,
have
you're-
over $1
Yeah,
million.
yes, you guys are right. I get it. There's
Yeah.
only 22 million millionaires in the world. 39.
nope. United States.
No.
United States.
The world.
United
I
States.
mean,
The
the
wor-
U.S.
U.S.
Okay.
This is fine. It's
Oh, yeah,
350 million people in here.
And
Ooh, child, y'all
And
keep
we
trying to
make up-
correct
Yeah.
the person that's right.
and we make up.
Okay, Aaron was right.
Well, she was not.
I was.
She never said no number, bro. We could run the tape back. Anyways, moral of the story is there's 22 million millionaires. That's what I meant initially, right? There's 22 million millionaires. So the problem, and 39% of those millionaires are in.
Yeah, I see what Rico is arguing. Rico
You
is.
stop.
I got you, Rico. I got you. I got you.
No, I got me.
All right, go ahead.
Me.
I know exactly what you're saying.
22 million millionaires. There's 350 million people in this world, in this country. The probability that this woman just experienced a lifestyle that is never been happened before, never been had before. More than likely, these millionaires are in schools where there are probably a lot more millionaires, which means she might have been a millionaire to even be in the school to begin with. Now we're talking about, okay, and that could be we're talking about probability, guys. Probability, right? So the probability is that she was more than likely in a school who is either middle class and or less than. Now, that's the probability of life. Now, she goes on a 3-day trip and now she says, my life isn't what I expected it to be. You know what it is? She wasn't introduced to a whole new lifestyle.
They both went to the same school.
She wasn't introduced to a whole new lifestyle. She was introduced. She picked the dude that she either couldn't get or she already had.
Or maybe she put all her
No, they didn't
winnings
go to
on
the
that
same
one
school,
guy.
but He would have went.
No, not necessarily. That's not true. Like you can't say they both.
And we always add variables.
I was about to say,
no,
it's the maybe this or maybe that.
If we're
These
gonna
are
add- if we're
variables,
adding
people.
I'm
theories-
not adding any variables.
I'm not adding.
going
I'm not
straight what it
adding
says.
variables. I'm not adding variables either. But if we're adding probability, and Aaron is saying that she might have been on a scholarship because that's a layer. Hold on.
That's not probable.
That's
A
very
high
probable.
It is
a high
probable.
school-
Because-
a high school scholarship is very probable.
No, but you take the Pingree school.
Possible.
The Pingree school.
Very
It's
probable.
possible.
Rico.
Possible.
Rico,
Bro.
if you take the Pingree school,
Yo,
no,
Yo,
hold on.
if I say how many, if I said this, right? And I'm gonna ask a very simple equation.
I have a friend that
No,
went
no.
to the same school.
If you say the Pingree school will take 10%, and they give that to students who don't socioeconomically would be able to afford. 10% is high. If he and she are both within that 10%, maybe she was betting on the fact that he might have made it and he didn't.
And he's a loser.
Let me tell you something.
And now her
We
pussy
can
don't get
sit
wet
here-
for a loser.
We can sit here and
Yeah,
we
we
can
could-
run
we
with
could
all
always
these
discuss
bull.
probability.
And realistically, I realize there's a lot of people here that don't understand probability. Because if there's 100 million kids, and you're telling me 1 million of these 100 million kids get scholarships to go to high school,
I said 10%. The Pingree school does.
that is 10%. I gave you the numerics based on what you said. 1 million.
No, I didn't. I never said 1 million. I said the Pingree school.
Can we get out of the weeds?
Okay,
Like,
yeah, let's.
That's not probable.
We
That's
have
not-
to wrap up, though.
Got you.
We'll come
So
back.
we got
Any Any final notes on for this gentleman? Like,
How many kids got high school
Yes.
college?
Yeah, I'll close it out.
Wait,
Rico.
Cooley's doing his closing remarks.
I will give you the information.
Reeks.
I will look it up.
Please.
I can't stand this
Yeah,
After we wrap, please and thank you. Cooley's gonna
shit. Can't.
say whatever he has to say.
yeah, I would say to the gentleman there, yeah, man. One, move on, fast, do it prompt, and increase your value, man. Just be a better person. Like, think about it. God created us not to be lazy. God created us not to be average. God created us to be the best we could be. Like, he gave us life. So why wouldn't you do all you can with it? So obviously you in a situation and your woman, your wife is literally not giving you what she promised you at the altar. You get what I'm saying? So it's I say this, right? A woman is a mere reflection of the man's masculinity. So obviously, bro, your masculinity isn't where it needs to be. So increase your value, better yourself, read some books, read the Bible, read the Quran, read the Torah, read something, and kick her to the curve. I'll end it there.
And I got a girl for you. You know what I'm saying? I got a girl for you, bro. And if you can't find that, we're going to get back at the next high school reunion in 20 years when we see her again and you with her friend. Friendo.
Hey.
Yes. Good child. That was way too much for me.
Amanda, can you close this out, please?
Okay, sure.
Ooh, I'm sleepy now.
I don't do good at this anymore. Okay, guys, so we're going to close out. Thank you for all of you guys that tuned into this episode and sent all of the questions for us. We really do appreciate it, and we really, really love answering you guys' questions. It was a good time. So continue to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Send your questions.
Peace.
We loved it. Love to have
Stop
it.
being a simp. You got me mad up here.